Waiting is a part of life. We do it every day. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for the right opportunity. Waiting for something. Anything? Alright, it's an incredibly beautiful foggy morning in Bangalore, and as the morning fog is settling down, I think a wait for 12 years is also coming to an end. Let me share some more context. Back in 2013, I stumbled upon an article in National Geographic magazine about a spiritual carnival, which is known to be the largest congregation of humans in this planet. The article was titled "The Karma of the Crowd," and it intrigued me a lot. I have heard so much of stories about these carnivals in movies, in books, and in common folklore that ever since I have made multiple attempts to make a visit and experience this for myself. But just like everybody else, life happened and I had to hunker down, and thus started the wait of 12 years. I have been kicking that can ever since, until today. The wife just approved the intent to visit the Kumbh. Correction, the Mahakumbh. Now, I have a bad news and a bad news. This time Magnus is not joining me for this trip, as I have a very short time to do a lot of stuff. The second bad news is that I am going to step into an airplane after 8 years. I am flying to Durgapur, which is my hometown and the base location for this trip. I have always been used to be in the driver's seat for all my exploration travels. Not sure how it is to be driven or being flown these days. I am carrying a bunch of camera gear with me, and the security check-in and airline policies and cops. It's like too much of work. So the voices in my head are kind of revolting against this very idea of flying. Feels very weird to be in this back seat. But the good news is that I am lucky to have a golden parachute waiting for me at the end of the line. This plan happened suddenly during a very casual conversation with a very interesting person who is also joining me for this trip. So the first order of business is to reach Durgapur, where I am going to introduce you folks to this very special person. And to top it all off, in this evening, in typical milestone robber style, we will be driving to Prayag in his car for the one and only the Mahakumbh.
Bring the guns, we'll make them run. All loved ones, let's be someone. Happy, I only do what makes me happy. No more kissing ass, no more being an outcast.
Although at this point of time this seems to be a moonshot idea, but I have chalked up a strategy to document this experience in two ways. The easy one is to have a running conversation and commentary on this journey, which should cover for our raw experiences and document the charms and the challenges during this experiential expedition. The cinematography will be raw, run and gun types, cinema verite style if you will. And the other one should be more nuanced, polished and thoughtful summary of this overall experience in the form of a documentary or a dissertation, I don't know. But I'm hoping to source some interviews and insights from the locals, but that depends on their availability and willingness to come on the camera. Now for the feature length doc, I have a couple of leads that I will be chasing down. Let's see if I can have a sit down with them. If not, I'm gonna walk you through the practical contacts that we have and the observation of facts or events that happens during this exploration. This by no means is an exhaustive plan, but fairly an indicative framework for the next few days. But what can I say? Today my optimism is wearing heavy boots and it's stomping pretty loud. So like I anticipated, the airport drew the first blood. Some camera gear got confiscated. Kya se kya ho gaya. Besides that, not that bad, but still oblivious to the struggles that lie ahead. Bewafa. This is a very interesting turn of events. I have successfully managed to miss my flight and I am going back home. So tomorrow, the same ordeal repeats once again. Maha Kumbh is delayed by one more day. Not just that I am losing a day, but I am also filling a bunch of expectations. There will be a cascading effect on the travel, the bookings and everything. तेरे प्यार में चलो सुहाना भरम तो टूटा जाना के इंडिगो क्या है. Alright, this is the take 2 of the Mahakumbh journey. Flight time and passenger is the same, but the date has changed, clothes have changed, and most importantly, the passenger's economic condition has definitely changed after rebooking a flight yesterday. But unlike yesterday, today the passenger is riding shotgun, need to take control of the day, carpe diem. Not sure what you would do with this useless information, but let me give it to you anyway. Yesterday I got sucked into some office work, reached the boarding gate 20 minutes prior departure, but the airlines have a cutoff of 25 minutes. As much as I would want to blame Indigo for this 5 minutes fiasco, but it's not a blame game. I am unequivocally blaming the game. Jumped through all the hoops of security checkpoint once again and made it inside. Lucky for us, a minor confiscation happened, but it can lead to a major problem.
So he was the partner in crime in the missing of flight yesterday. That was my first experience to miss the flight. I didn't expect it to miss even after reaching 30 minutes, but whatever the fact is, it was quite an adventure.
Yeah, so
doing the same thing, repeating again and again for 2 days.
No, today we are on a winning streak. We have reached very early, and yesterday it was just like 5 minutes late, right?
Yeah,
25 minutes prior you have to arrive, and we have like just arrived 20 minutes.
Yeah,
we saw the plane kind of leaving in front of us.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll be able to continue his journey for Kumbh, and I'll be able to continue my journey to meet my kids. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's journey ends well.
Thank you, thank you. So there you have it. Still a lot of unsettled emotions, but we are hoping that we will get past it. Pretty much like deja vu, but made it.
May damage the slide and evacuate using the nearest available exit. Please watch how to fasten, adjust and unfasten. अपने सीट बेल्ट बांध लें, सीट बेल्ट बंद कर लें, सीट बैक सीधी ऊपर ध्यान दीजिए। अब हम उड़ान के लिए तैयार हैं। Before that, departure 1034 hours and a good standard time. खाली रखने से हमें जल्दी प्रस्थान करने में सहायता मिलेगी।
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Thank you.
This way. Alright folks, finally made it to the ground zero. This is where the adventures of my life started some 39 years back. But that can be a story for another time. This trip so far has been an interesting mixture of challenges. Coming up on another one. My friend has just called out one potential risk for which we have two choices and which may lead to two situations. One is not favorable and the other one is less favorable. Confusing? Allow me to explain real quick. Time right now is 2 p.m. Distance from Durgapur to Prayagraj is about 700 kilometers. Roughly 14-hour drive as per Google Maps. If we take some time to chill, rest and relax now and start a little later, that would mean we have to cross Hazaribagh dead in the night. That area is quite infamous for some A-holes and B-holes. Recently some cases of stone pelting to rob cars has been reported, so that may not be a safe choice. Alternatively, the option 2 is if we start right away, we can clear out this hazardous Hazaribagh area in a reasonable time frame, but we will be entering the menacing Mirzapur at 3 a.m. which is also not safe. So it's like a Hobson's choice, as the outcome of both of these choices can be either bad or very bad. So let's give it a thought and circle back shortly. And I am going to have some sandwich right now, which is kind of my breakfast. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I have only 2 words for you. Ice pack. Go grab some because it's about to get real hot. Alright gentlemen, and especially the ladies, for the first time in the history of Miles on Rubber, I give you Shorenda, my brother from another mother. গুরুদেব কি লাগছে কাকা? ওহ, পুরো এলাকা ফাঁকা। হ্যাঁ?
নেমেছে একদম
একদম সুন্দর।
Oh, I've been gone